online haircut.
Welcome back to Avenues Podcast. We're on episode 192. Right? 92?
82.
82. Fuck me. 82. And we're on Christmas special. So as you can see, I'm gonna snap and then we're gonna pan to Justin's outfit after you're done looking at mine. So we got the red and white shirt with the Santa hat, as you can see, and then ready for Justin's.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm wearing the Christmas sweater. I got Santa's beard and got the belt, the boots. I got everything, and then I also got my Christmas hat. So, we're ready for this episode.
Mm-hmm.
You can see we got the lights as well. It's a little addition for the, Christmas theme. So
I'm pretty happy with this set.
yeah, I think this is probably one of the better sets we've done. I mean, we did the Halloween one. We had some pumpkins, but I feel like this is a little nicer. I don't know. So
The lights are a great touch for sure.
the lights are awesome. So I guess we can just go straight into this episode. So yeah, I guess we'll be just doing some Christmas themed topics, traditions maybe, movies, and stuff like that. So I guess we can start us off with Christmas movies. Like, what's your favorite Christmas movie, least favorite Christmas movie, most overrated Christmas movie, anything like
shit.
that?
Have you watched any Christmas movies yet?
Actually, not yet. Well, I've watched
I've watched a few in class.
yeah, Sam. We watched the Grinch.
Yeah, the
The OG
cartoon.
one.
Oh, the OG one?
Yeah,
We watched the cartoon one. The cartoon one's pretty good,
Yeah,
but the classic one from 2000 is very good.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. Which one do you like better out of the two?
The classic, just because I grew up watching it. But the
Yeah.
younger kids are going to say the newer one.
Yeah. I know. I like the Jim Carrey one.
Yeah. But the cartoon one's more appealing to kids for sure.
Yeah, the cartoon one's good too.
It's very like Lorax-like as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I've watched some of the Grinch. I've watched the Polar Express.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched it in a while, but that one's really good. How about we'll do a top 3.
All right.
I'm
Oh
gonna
shit.
leave that. Top 3. So, okay. First, I think my favorite Christmas movie, it's got to be Home Alone.
Yeah.
The
agree with you.
first one. I actually the first Home Alone I watched was actually the second one, because at the time you couldn't watch the first one on like Netflix or anything. It wasn't available.
Yeah.
Then it finally came to Netflix and I watched it and I loved it, and it was so much better than the second one.
Yeah.
So I think the first one, Home Alone 1, is number 1 for me. And then number 2, I'm going to have to say Polar Express.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good. And then, actually, no, I changed that. Number 2, I forgot. Number 2 is Elf.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Elf, and then we'll put number 3, Polar Express. Number 2, Elf. I got to watch that this year because, with my family, I'd watch it every year. And then we stopped watching it every year because we're like, yeah, this is kind of getting boring.
It's the same movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I got to have to watch it this year because I've been watching it a little bit. Really good. And then I say Polar Express 3 because it's just like unique. I feel like it's just a very interesting. Dude, there's definitely some lore to it. I wouldn't be surprised if fucking Film Theory did a video on it. But those are my top 3. What are some that I don't like? I don't know. Home Alone 4.
I mean, shit.
Not a good one. I don't
Yeah.
even know if it's a Christmas one. I haven't watched it in a long time, so I can say. But fuck it, we'll throw it in there. Home Alone 4 is my least favorite, and then number 2, Christmas movie that I don't like. Oh fuck! I actually I watched the new one with Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds. Have you seen that? It's really popular right now. It's a musical. But it's not like a normal musical. It's like they break out. It's really inconsistent. They break out into song like every 5 minutes, which is so annoying. And then they'll go like 40 minutes without any of that, and then they'll just kick it off again. It's super inconsistent, and it's really weird. The storyline to it is really good, though. I will say it's very unique, and it's very clever that they thought of that. Mm-hmm. However, I didn't really enjoy the musical aspect to it, so it might be there. What's it called? Do you know? Did you pull it up? I saw you typing.
No, I'm just looking at Christmas movies, but what's it?
Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds, the Christmas movie. You search that up. It's like the first thing that'll come up. It's on Apple TV.
Okay.
It's got some good actors.
Oh, Spirited.
Spirited, yes, Spirited. I'm gonna put that at number 2 right now. Like, it wasn't that bad, but I didn't really like it. Because I just can't think of any other Christmas movies I don't like. Christmas with the Cranks was a really good one.
I can go and give you some time to think on your.
Yeah.
I think this is so fucking weird. I'm searching up Christmas movies, and Batman Returns comes up. So I don't know why the fuck that's there. But my favorite movies, definitely, I'd say number 1. Again, I'm with you on this. Home Alone 2.
I said Home Alone 1.
I said Home Alone 2. So
okay.
It's weird because Home Alone 2 was like the only one that was showed on like the channels and shit, like when we were a kid. And so I ended up watching Home Alone 2 like so many times, like the Lost in New York ones, like the one that I remember, opposed to the other one. So I honestly kind of forget what the first one's about or like where that one takes place.
He's at his house. He gets left behind.
Okay.
So they leave to they go on a plane to like Hawaii or something, and then they leave him behind. And he got in trouble before they left in the morning. He's like, I wish that, for my Christmas, I have none of you guys as my family. Okay. And they kind of leave it like an emotional part, and then he wakes up and they're actually all gone.
Okay, I thought that was okay. And then Home Alone 2, he just gets like stranded in New York, right? Because isn't there like some sort of layoff shit, or like he takes the wrong flight or something? Or there's something with that, like
I haven't watched it in a bit, but
the baggage or something. But
yeah,
Home Alone 2, I just remember it being like pretty sick. Home Alone in general is like got to be the top of the list.
Top series. So
and then I would say, Elf, or I'd say like The Grinch would probably be second, like the 2000 ones with Jim Carrey. That one's really good. And I always used to watch that one as a kid. And then lastly, I would say I'd probably put Elf in there. Or A Christmas Story is pretty good. You know that one? With the Red Ryder BB gun? Okay, but honestly, I think like Elf is kind of like a little overrated.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I see it like every Christmas.
For
it's
sure,
kind of like, it's good, but it's not like I feel
you're
like
right.
It's not amazing.
You're right.
But I feel like it's on my list just because I like watch it every Christmas. So.
Did we talk about last week? But I think some of it was filmed in Vancouver.
Yeah. The New York scene.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
So Canada representing.
I want to watch this year. I want to watch Arthur's Christmas. Do you know that one?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't watched that since elementary school, but I remember it was good, but I don't remember what it was about.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
But I remember like watching that during class in elementary, and it was so good. But like I don't remember what it is. Maybe I'll hate it now. Who knows? But like I want to watch that again.
Dude,
Arthur's
there's some.
Christmas.
I'm like looking at like some just. I got like them all pulled up here. What do you think about Nightmare Before Christmas? Is it a Christmas movie? Halloween? What do you think?
I think it's both, to be honest. But I think it's more so Christmas. Yeah. Because he spends more time in the Christmas place.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I've seen like, I don't even think I've seen the whole movie, and from what I have seen, I just like didn't like it. Like I just never.
It was alright. I mean,
like a lot of people like love that movie, but I'm just not really a fan. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched it. Well, actually, no, I watched it last year. It was okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
Christmas with the Cranks was really good. I gotta watch that again. What was the Christmas movie called? I don't know if you remember. It might have been Christmas with the Cranks, where someone leaves and they gotta take care of their Christmas tree or like their house, and it gets like broken into or something. And then their Christmas tree gets all fucked. I think it's Christmas with the Cranks. I don't know. There's this one scene I remember. Guardians of the Galaxy. I watched the Christmas special this year. Even though it came out last year, I didn't watch it. I watched it this year. It was pretty good. Have you heard of it?
No, I don't think so.
So they made I wouldn't say it's a show, but it's not a movie. Maybe it is a movie. I don't know. It's like 45 minutes long, and it's on Disney Plus, where it's Guardians of the Galaxy. It takes place after Endgame, but it's like they have Nowhere and they're trying to repair Nowhere and like get it up and running, and then it's Christmas time, and so Peter is not really celebrating Christmas. He's not on Earth, and so his friends find out about Christmas, and so they try to celebrate Christmas for him, like surprise him with like a gift and like decorate the whole planet, and like, not the whole planet, the whole place, and like all that cool stuff. And they're like, what's a really good gift we can get him? And it was very clever. They always talked about Kevin Bacon. He always talked about Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
So the whole premise is they're trying to get Kevin Bacon to be a Christmas gift for Peter. So it's I'm not gonna say anything else, but that's the premise of it. It's really good. Well, not really good. It's good. I would suggest to watch it. It's a good Christmas one. Definitely add that to the list.
One I watched last year, which I think is really good, Deck the Halls. It's with Danny DeVito, and I forget the other guy.
I haven't watched it in a while.
That one is like, okay, I watched it last year on like Christmas Eve or like Christmas morning or whatever. I feel like that one was so good, like so underrated. Like the plot is like this guy, he moved into this neighborhood, and the neighbor just goes like over the top with the decorations and shit. And they basically have like a war in the of like decorating and stuff. And the one guy like hates it because he's trying to go to sleep and he's got like these lights like just like spinning and shit. And then he gets his kid to like climb up there and like cut the electricity to his house. Like it's so funny. Danny DeVito's
I should watch that one then.
Such a great actor, but yeah, that's
look what we got on the PC. You guys aren't gonna be able to see it, but that's just what I see. Do you see it?
I can't. It's got a bad angle here. I can't see it.
It's Biggie Smalls with a red leather jacket and a white shirt, and he's got one of these on, and he's just smiling. He's just staring at me.
Can't go wrong with Biggie Smalls, bro.
I'm gonna keep it there so you can see it. But anyway, yeah. So okay, now what are your top 3 worst? Oh, he just went away. Top 3 worst Christmas movies.
Gotta look here. Honestly, like, this is so dumb, but like the best and worst has gotta be Elf. Like I feel like it's just like I've seen it so many times and it's just kind of like it's not that good, but it's just like everyone watches it, right? It's kind of like the default, which I think is like you know, I don't know. But other movies that I don't think that are good. I don't feel like I know that many Christmas movies.
I think I'm gonna say Scrooge. What was that one with you know the Scrooge one? What was that called though?
I think it's just called Scrooge.
Yeah. That movie's not bad, but it's just like as a kid I didn't like it. I just found it really weird. Like it's not a bad movie. It's really well done and really like well thought out, but it's not like anything crazy to me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say that's a top. I think it's the third worst. I'm gonna say.
You know which ones I don't like is like the Hallmark movies and shit. It's just like all those like like corny ass like Christmas movies with like, and they all follow like the same plot and stuff. Like all of those, I've seen like 1 or 2, and they're just kind of like all right. I mean, there's nothing really like interesting about them. You know what I've never seen is Die Hard.
Oh, dude, that's it. Yeah, I was thinking about putting that at top 3. It's pretty good. You don't need to. It's not one of those Christmas movies where you need to watch it in Christmas time.
Yeah,
you can watch it whenever the hell. It's not that much of a Christmas movie. In fact, a lot of people say it's not a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
In reality, it is because it takes place on Christmas Eve, and he's got to like get back home to his family and celebrate Christmas. It's literally as a movie, it's based around Christmas. Okay, so do you know anything about it?
All I know is that people think it's like, some people think it's a Christmas movie, other people don't. That's like.
So I remember watching this, and I was like, "Holy shit! This is exactly like, in Paul Blart Mall Cop, the whole premise of the first one is trying to get out of this building when someone's held hostage, and he's trying to get out with them, and he's going through like, that's literally Die Hard. It's the exact same premise. Like I bet Mall Cop stole that from them because it's literally the exact same. He's trying to get out of this building after these motherfuckers like came in to like steal shit and like lock the place down. But it's like a lot more like intense.
Yeah.
It's like there's like guns and shit and like violence. Mall Cop doesn't have that.
Yeah.
It's more fun. It's more Home Alone like. It's more like,
Yeah.
yo, I got these toys. I'm gonna make them get distracted and all this shit.
Yeah.
So it's not. Yeah, it's definitely watch that. I'd
Yeah,
recommend. But it's really good. Like it's just like a good movie in general. And yeah, you don't need to watch it during Christmas time, but I will add that to my list this season. I think what I will have to watch is the Danny DeVito one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I've seen that. Maybe. Home Alone 2.
Yeah.
Elf. Fuck, I got a lot. Arthur's Christmas. And then the fifth one. What was the fifth one I said? Die Hard. Yeah.
Did you say Arthur's Christmas or whatever? You already said that one. I think the ones that I gotta watch is gotta watch Die Hard. I don't think I've seen Christmas with the Cranks. I think I have, but
no,
I kind
you
of
probably
forget.
have. It's pretty popular.
I kind of want to watch that one again because I kind of forget.
Yeah, I should watch it again too.
And then Deck the Halls was pretty funny, so I probably or the new one. Actually, Spirited, this new one that came out.
I don't think you'd like it.
Really?
It's not that good. The concept of it, the idea is super good. I don't want to spoil it because it's one of those things you find out like halfway through the movie.
Yeah,
It's like, oh,
but it's just not.
the concept of it is really good. But if you don't like musicals, do not watch this movie. But it's not even like a consistent one. Like, you know, in like musicals, it's like, oh, okay, every 20 minutes, every 15. It's like 5 minutes, 80 minutes, 2 minutes, 5 minutes of just song breaking out. It's super annoying. I remember the first half an hour of it. It's so annoying. It's like every 5 minutes.
Really?
So I don't think you'd like it. But if you like Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell, it's got some pretty good comedy. I'd say. Like some of it's funny, but.
Maybe I'll give it a watch. I don't know about that one.
It's on Apple TV.
That pretty much concludes, I guess, like
movies.
all of our movies and stuff. So
yeah.
I don't know. Okay, this is weird. I went on Google, and there's like, you know how Google does those like, they do like some like they do like the themes and stuff on like the Google logo. If
they
you
got
press
the lights,
on it,
right?
they got the lights, and then one of them, I don't know what I was on, but I just found the Google Santa tracker, so you can track
that's
Santa.
one thing I gotta talk about.
And so right now he's just sleeping and he's not doing much.
Yeah. So I remember doing that. So, all right, this is actually a good topic. Can I take it from here?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, okay, Google has that. So if you search up Google Santa tracker, it will show him like in the village, right? From what I remember.
I'm watching like some like cutscene right now. He's just like he's sleeping, and then all the guys are like getting him ready. I don't know what.
Because tomorrow's Christmas Eve as of recording.
Mm-hmm.
By the time these guys are watching it, it will be Christmas Eve. So basically, like, I remember Santa Tracker, Christmas Eve for us is when he, like, you can see in the website, he, like, gets sent out and he goes to, go off into different places.
Yeah.
But then I remember, so I'm looking at it right now. It says 13 hours is when he's leaving.
Yeah, 13 hours.
And so he's just sleeping is what I'm looking at. Or he's just like chill. Oh yeah, it's like a cutscene. But he basically on Christmas Eve you'll see he goes out to like the places that's already Christmas night, and they'll go and you'll see him on the sleigh with the reindeer and all that.
Yeah.
But I remember I checked it the day after Christmas, and it says 364 days until Santa leaves.
Yeah.
But one thing I did as a kid, we can go into traditions, is I would always, not always, but most times in the Christmas, like Christmas Eve, I remember I'd come home from Mass or something, and I would go on NORAD.
Yeah, that's what I'm bringing up here.
So I went on NORAD, and NORAD is the American and Canadian satellite system or whatever in space. And so they created this thing for Santa to go, and you can see where he's going.
Mm-hmm.
And I found that super cool, like, just like seeing like the timeline of it of where you would go.
Yeah.
And then I saw these YouTubers did it, and they got pretty popular from this. And then their channel, they quit YouTube. They're done. They're like dead now. But these kids I think they did it like every year from when they were like young to like their teenage years. They would live stream the NORAD like the NORAD thing, and they would just be up all night and they'd just be like watching where he's going. He's like, oh, because you could see like it's kind of like a pattern. Like, okay, he's on the East Coast and he's in New York, so Chicago's next probably, or something like that. And so they would just stay up all night, and the guy had like his camera on, and it was like super dark in the background. He's got like no lights on, and he's just on call with his buddies, and they're just like watching the feed. It's like super cool because they're just like up all night just chatting, and like as a kid that would probably be super fun.
Watching that.
I think they're maybe playing some games here and there, but like they got a lot of viewers from that, surprisingly, of just staying up all night watching the NORAD. Which that would be so fun for me.
Yeah.
Like as a kid, I feel like that I would enjoy that a lot. But I remember going on NORAD and I like checked at like 2 a.m. or something, and it's like, oh, he's in Vancouver. And it would last like yeah. And I was like, because I was waiting for it. I think I was like, I would check it regularly like during the night, and then I went on and it's like, oh, he's in Vancouver, and I'm like,
that's what I was gonna wonder. Like, does he ever come? Because I remember like my younger cousin, we'd always go to their house for like Christmas and stuff. And then I remember we had like the Santa tracker and the computer, and we were like watching. Oh, he's here, and like, but I remember like we just went to sleep because we're like, hey, we never know. Like, I feel like I don't know. Do they always come to the city you're in? Like, do they, or does it not? Like, is that a thing where it just doesn't go to?
No, it will go. Yeah, and you can actually see because he's hovering above the earth, so you can actually see Vancouver below. And then they have like a The kids that did the live stream, they would repost NORAD's featured videos. So they would have a featured video for each city. And for Vancouver, it was like the NORAD, the English dude talking. He's like, Santa has arrived in Vancouver, the home of the 2010 Winter Olympics. And then it goes on and shows like Stanley Park, and it shows him like going through Stanley Park and like all this shit. And it's like they have it for like all these big cities, New York, Sao Paulo, like all the major cities in the world. They would do it, and they would like re-upload those, and they would get a lot of views from that as well. So because these kids would do that, they would go on to do like the Easter Bunny, and then they would do like some other stuff, and they got really big off that. But then they got older, and they just stopped. So they're just like, okay, we're done. Yeah. I think one kid went on to like do something like some editing or some sort of like high production or whatever. But yeah, those kids got a lot of views. And like that would also be fun as a kid. Like let's say I'm bored on Christmas Eve and I'm trying to like track Santa. I can do it with people.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like all my friends are probably gonna be asleep. So 8-year-old me, 9-year-old me, I didn't do this, but it would probably be cool if I just hopped on that live stream and just like got to spend time with those guys and like just like watch it along with them. Like that would be pretty fun. And so I can see why kids found it appealing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. They got pretty big off that, which is really unique.
That's pretty cool. I remember watching that, like watching some of the streams and tracking and stuff.
He would go into a city and it would be like a minute max and he'd be out of there.
Yeah, I know. Some of them, I'm like, what the hell?
Which logically that would make sense because, you know, you're delivering gifts all over the world.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I remember that. Like, he just fucking switches continents in like a couple minutes. Like, what the hell? Like, this guy's like going.
And then it's like, there's fucking lore to it. It's like NORAD, you know, they had to set this up so that they don't, you know, bomb them or strike them down as an enemy Russian or some shit like that.
What?
Yeah, it was like a thing because NORAD. That's why NORAD's a thing. It's the Canadian and American, like satellite service. So if there's anything within NORAD that's detected that's like an enemy, they'll fucking like not lock onto it, but they'll alert the U.S.
So Santa just gets fucking like.
No, that's why they did that, so that Santa would like not get fucked up.
No, I didn't know. No
that's
way.
Like, that's the lore to it. Because the lore was like they teamed up with Santa to do it. That way he doesn't get struck down by enemy missiles.
No, dude, that is so fun. I did not know that. I just thought it was like, oh, like, you know, the kids can go track Santa, you know. And
well, no, that's why.
Yeah, but
it's like
there's a lore.
That's why
Santa teams up with NORAD to make sure it doesn't get fucking beamed out of the sky. Like, what the hell? Like, tell that to like a fucking young kid.
I think that's listed on their website.
That is so.
I think that's what it says on their website.
I never knew that.
Because that's what NORAD's for. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because they're like
if I search up what is NORAD, it will say. The North American Aerospace Defense Command. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
So it's known until March 1981 as the North American Air Defense Command is a combined organization in the U.S. and Canada that provides aerospace warning, air sovereignty, and protection for Canada and the continental United States. So what is its purpose? It's like a binational organization charged with the missions of aerospace warning, aerospace control, and the maritime warning of North America. So if there's anything in space or anything in
Yeah.
satellite area that's like not known, they will alert Canada or they will alert the US. And then depending on what they do, they could strike it down. If it's an unknown aircraft and it's just heading straight for Canada, they're probably going to get rid of it, right? Because it's logically... So America will help Canada, or Canada will help America, vice versa.
Yeah.
So that's what it said on the website. It's like so Santa's safe. Because it's like, oh, well, if Santa's just going through the U.S. and going through Canada, they will be like, what the hell is this? And they'll just take him out.
Yeah, okay, I guess it kind of...
But it's like, okay, they collab with Santa so that it's chill. And so there's no...
Yeah. So Santa's just making moves with, like, all the defense, organizations and, like, all over the world, which is, pretty cool. But
some NORAD lore.
Yeah, some NORAD Santa. I didn't even know it was a thing, dude. Like, I knew what NORAD was. Like, you remember when like the spy balloon came over? Like, shit like that is like NORAD's like.
Mm-hmm. Well, they didn't do shit from that though.
Yeah, I know.
Trudeau. Well, that was on Trudeau though. To be fair.
Because it came into Canada and then NORAD got alerted and then it just like it went to America and then they shut it down. So,
yeah.
I mean.
Trudeau would have fucked us up, guys.
Yeah, guys, an idiot.
Trudeau's not doing too well.
Yeah,
That's
shout
a different
out
topic.
Trudeau for just fucking.
Shout out Trudeau for potentially killing us all.
Yeah.
What if it was Santa? Send us a care package.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Santa's
guys.
Fucking from China, bro. Here's your gifts for the year.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Santa Tracker's pretty cool. I forgot about that.
All right, Christmas traditions. What do we have? I make cookies. I make shortbread cookies, and we do the gift opening. We be waking up in the morning and then doing the gifts. Whoa. I actually watched it back. That's not as loud as it seems. But yeah, no, I think that's like my biggest traditions that I do. What about you?
So I said like a couple episodes ago, we do the Christmas pickle. And so we were trying to like figure this out because my sister was like, what even is this? Like, how did this even like come to be? And so we were searching up, and basically there's like 3 kind of origin stories. One of them was that like, this is like so like random, but one of them is that like some kids, there was like an evil like housekeeper or whatever, and these kids were trying to escape, and the the freaking housekeeper trapped these boys in a pickle like container, and then Saint Nick frees them, and then these kids go back to like their original families or something, and then they, in honor of it, they put a Christmas pickle up, and then there's like some other like weird lore about it. But then then someone just said like this is probably like the reason they did it, but they said like German like I guess like ornament like manufacturers were making like glass ornaments and stuff, and they weren't selling enough like pickles and stuff like that. So what they did is they said that it was like a German tradition, even though like it was just like German made ornaments, and they try to sell them. So they like said that there's all this lore behind like the Christmas pickle, and they said it was German even though it's not. Like everyone thinks it's like a German tradition, but it's not. It's just like they just couldn't sell them. So the truth is that it's just like to make more sales on it. And so a lot of people do it, and basically the thing is like you have someone hide the pickle, and then whoever like finds the pickle first gets to like open their gifts first, so they get like a special thing. My family, it's always...
You don't do that though, right? Yeah.
I'm always the one that hides it, and then we like... My sister looked for it like last night, which is kind of dumb. Like, you're supposed to wait. But she like found it, so I don't really know how it works, but we just kind of like hide it, and then someone finds it, and then we just go from there. But
is it like an actual pickle?
It's like a glass... Oh, not glass. It's just like a ornament in the shape of a pickle.
Okay.
And then you just hide it. So,
damn.
I'm like the designated pickle hider. So
for this year or forever? Just
like for every year. So I do a pretty good job. And
where did you hide it?
We have this like VW van ornament, and basically it's like hollowed out in the bottom, and I put the pickle in the van, and then I put the van like just on the tree, and it took my sister like 5 minutes to find it. So
What?
I did pretty good.
Oh, 5 minutes?
Yeah.
I thought it'd be like a longer thing.
No, like it. I mean, she was looking for quite a bit, and then she just kind of like, oh, I found
Maybe
it.
it's there. Oh, okay.
But there's like some rules about it has to be visible. Like you can't just like, you
can't
know,
put up your house or something.
Yeah, you can't just fucking like put it around the house. Like it's gotta be on the tree.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not like too difficult to find. I mean, my mom hasn't found it yet, but she also really hasn't looked. So, you know.
Yeah. What happens when you find it?
You just found the pickle, and then that's pretty much it.
You don't do the tradition where it's like you gotta open the gift first or something?
Not really. I mean, I didn't really know why we started doing it. We just we only started it a couple years ago. We just my mom bought one of the pickle ornaments. Oh, it's a Christmas pickle. I'm like, fair enough. So I mean, that's how it kind of started with my family. But
one thing, are you done with that?
Yeah.
Okay. One thing I want to bring up is Elf on the Shelf.
Oh yeah.
This is something that really got me as a kid. So basically, there's so many fucking things with Elf on the Shelf, so much shit to worry about. And I remember as a kid, I was like, this is like creepy. Like I remember I was like, should I get one as a kid? I almost got one from Indigo, but then I was like, fuck, no. Because it's like, dude, it fucking moves at night. Like you know all about it, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. So I remember in grade 6, I wonder if they still do it. But in my school, every grade 6 class would have an Elf on the Shelf. And so at night, it was really fun, actually, because then the kids would come in the morning. Oh, where is he? Where is he? What is he doing?
Yeah.
And so he would be like somewhere
in the class
doing something.
Yeah.
And you'd have to leave him there because if you touch him, you have to like, what do you have to do? Put him in rice? I don't know.
No, there's like some weird thing. If you touch him, he like alerts Santa. And then you're on like the naughty list or something.
If you touch him, he fucking calls up Santa, and then he also like, you have to do like a weird ritual to like bring him back.
Yeah, you gotta like resuscitate him or some shit.
Yeah.
It says here the first and most important rule is that you must not touch your elf. If you do, you will lose all their magic, and nobody wants that to happen. When scout elves lose their magic, they can't go about their Christmas duties. This means no presents for anyone in your family. That's so fucked. Like, as a kid, we used to do it for my like cousin who's like a little younger than me. And so like they'd move it around and like they'd make him do like some crazy shit. Like they'd like put him on like the chandelier and he's like watching you like this. It's kind of creepy, right? And I think one year like my cousin like accidentally like touched it, and this kid was like, dude, he was like traumatized. He's like, I touched the elf, and he's like, dude, he was like crying, and like this guy thought he was like doomed forever because he just thought he like fucked the whole family over. And we're like, no, but like it's okay, like Lucas, like don't worry about it. Like it's like it was like accidental, right? Like so we had to like make something up about like how he's fine, but that's kind of like a scary like tactic, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of messed up. But
dude, I remember fucking I'll tell you who it was after, but I remember in the 6th grade, so we had this elf. And like I was pretty into it because it's a cool concept. Like I like it, and so I was like actually excited to go in and see where he was. I was like, oh, where'd it go? And then like a lot of the boys were like, yo, it's not real. And like most people was like, yo, it's gotta be fake. But I was like, I didn't really consider that. I was just kind of like going along with it, if anything. And then I remember we would dude, one of the kids in our class like touched it like on purpose, and the teacher was right there. And I just finished telling him. I was like, yo, you can't touch it because, and I was like, explaining it because I was like super into it. I was like telling them, okay, yeah, you can't touch it. Here's what happens if you touch it. Don't touch it. And then the motherfucker touched it right in front of the teacher. And the teacher got, when he touched it, the way, because their hands are Velcro, right? So you can make it like stick onto stuff and like, it's pretty cool.
Climb stuff. And
so the motherfucker touched it, but it was in a spot where it was like barely there. And like any movement would have knocked it all over.
Yeah.
So he touched it and he completely like fell because he was barely hanging on. And so he just fell. And then the teacher was like pissed. He was like, don't ruin it for other people. And like the guy was just there like straight face, just like straight up just lightly touched it. Like, dude, nothing happens. And then I was like, well, now that you touched it, it it can't move anymore. And I'm like telling them like, look what you did. And like, I wasn't pissed. I was just like, okay. And then the teacher was just like, yeah, don't ruin it. Like, no one touch him. Like, leave him. So the elf's just there like fucking sideways. And then the next day he was moving again. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
So that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But then the teacher's not gonna make us do like this whole like pagan ritual, like like,
Yeah, you
bring
gotta
him back.
worship the elf and then like fucking like.
I don't remember
raise him on
what
a
you have to
pedestal.
do. I think you gotta put him in water or something. You gotta do something. I don't remember.
There is something.
And then he'll be alive. But like I saw some families did it, and he would come back and be like, "Dude, why the fuck you touch me?" And like
and
it's
like
creepy.
don't some families like I can't remember what my family did, but I think they'd like write notes and
Yeah,
stuff.
you can
with
write
it.
notes and like because that's kind of what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, you're supposed to like make a story kind of,
Mhm.
right?
Or it's like, dude, I found these nice like chocolates or something, or like
yeah,
I
and then,
saw
they
like
put, chocolate on his face or something.
I saw like they would have some YouTube. I saw videos of like some pretty really like cool, creative, fun stuff with it for the kids, and he would be like shitting out Hershey Kisses, like he would be like bent over, and then like there'd be like he'd be using the toilet, and you look in the toilet, there's like a Hershey Kiss or something in it.
Yeah,
It's pretty
some
cool.
families do like some really creative stuff with it.
Mhm.
They'll put them on like, they'll make like a zip line or some shit across their like house with like I don't know.
Dude, one thing I saw that I actually can't even explain to this day, like I mean, I guess you could say string, but this actually made me like really believe it. Okay, so do you remember what was the family channel, like the gaming channel?
Oh, is it like Disney XD?
No, on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
FGTV.
Oh,
Okay, so I saw one video. They had a lot of cool creative stuff, and I remember I would watch it sometimes. And they had they went to like vacation, and they had to leave the elf behind. Right, they're not gonna bring it, and
Yeah.
so they have a camera set up in like their kitchen or something.
yeah.
And the motherfucker was moving. It looks so realistic. I mean, I've seen all those videos of elf caught on camera moving, but it's like obviously a string. You can just see by his movements. He's going like that. But this one looked really, really real. Like, I'll probably pull it up after we're done here. But like, it looked so real.
Mhm.
And the creepy thing, but this was crazy. The creepy thing is that it went up to the camera. Like, you just see it disappear.
Mhm.
And like a few minutes later, it like climbed up onto the camera and was like looking into the lens, which is super creepy,
Yeah.
but like super cool. And I mean, some families had like the female one and the
Yeah.
male one, two going at once, or they'd have just the female one. But dude, I saw like so many clips of kids making YouTube videos like, dude, I touched my elf and like here she is and she's not moving, and like, and then I saw videos of like elf caught on camera moving, and it's someone filming it,
Yeah.
and then the eyes like roll, or the eyes go like that, like
That's
really
cool.
quick, and it looks realistic, but like at the same time it doesn't. Like there was a lot of cool stuff with that, and I really like that actually about Christmas. I'm happy I never got one.
Yeah.
Thank God. That is so creepy.
I know they are weird. Like, yeah, I was too old for it, but like when we started doing it for my cousin, I guess they'd done it before, but like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I found the rules here. So the rules are: don't touch me or I'll lose my magic, which is like, so many people touch them by accident. You can talk or sing to me, but I can't talk back, which is, makes sense. Write Santa a letter and I'll deliver it. I don't really remember that. I don't know if we did that with my cousin.
I remember that.
Serve others around you and be kind always. So
He's like a watcher, like he's like Santa's.
he's just making
helper,
sure you're not like
jerking
dicking
off.
around or some shit.
What if he's in my bathroom? And
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just, like, in
fucking
there.
strange. Like, it's a little invasive, right? Like, the guy's just, like, in your house. He shows up, and he's just fucking watching
He's there for the
you.
whole month. He arrives on December 1st.
I know, like, dude, get out of here. And, okay, there's also some ritual to, like, say goodbye to your elf. I found something about that. Like, he,
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
See you later. And then he
Sayonara.
just fucking
See you next
leaves.
year. Fuck
Yeah.
off. I'm gonna shit in peace. Like, what if you're like, okay, as a kid, imagine you're like, where is he? Where is he? Oh, this is so cool. Like, where'd he go this time? And then he's just like in a place where it's like, dude, I need to go there, but I can't touch him. Like, I need to use my
Yeah.
shower, and he's
He,
on
like,
my
sits
shower
on your
head.
toilet and he's just like,
It's like, oh, okay.
well, I'm fucked.
That's
now.
me,
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. It's like, that's the thing.
Yeah. Okay, you know what's pretty funny? So, me and my sister were talking about this like the other day, but there's this like these memes going around on Instagram and stuff, and it was like, the only people that get like screwed on Christmas are poor people, and it's like, listen to this. The only kids, right? So like, bad kids get gifts, good kids get gifts, but like poor kids get proportionally smaller gifts, related to like their household income or something. I was like, dude,
Well,
it's so funny.
I guess so, but if
Yeah.
you want to say it like that as well, it's like rich people get all these fucking Segways, Lamborghinis for Christmas. Like, if you want to
Yeah,
look
so
at
they're
it like
saying
that,
like Santa's fucking like, you know,
oh,
like he's
okay,
he's
sure.
fucking like in line with the wealth like gap or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
okay.
little Timmy gets a fucking
Yeah.
wooden like this is like Hanukkah or some shit. He gets a fucking wooden dreidel or some shit, and the other kid gets
That is
like a
Hanukkah.
fucking gets a like a fucking I
Robot.
don't know like a robot that's like a fucking $1,000, and it's like he like Santa proportionately like fucks
Yeah.
over the poor kids, and it's like god damn, bro. But it's pretty funny. I was just
Yeah, that is funny.
Um,
It's a clever thing to say.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
shit.
Another thing that scared me as a kid was I didn't learn about this till I was like about 12 or 11, so I was a bit older to actually handle it more. Was fucking Krampus. Is that
Yeah,
how you
yeah, I
say
heard
it?
about that.
Yeah. So, you know the story behind that?
I just know he's like evil Santa or some shit like that. He's, like,
Essentially,
evil, yeah.
So Krampus, I think, has some truth to it. So it's like old folklore that this demon,
Mhm.
Krampus, would on Christmas Eve when kids are asleep steal the kids and put them in this red sack like Santa, and then leave and bring
He'd,
them
like
and
steal the kids.
yeah,
right?
and bring them to hell, and they'll burn in hell because they're bad kids. And so I think that was just made up from some people that were really nasty and was like wanted their kids to be good. Like, if you're being bad,
Yeah.
Krampus is gonna come and take you to hell and burn you. So I think that was just people doing that for their kids to be like behaved.
Yeah.
But I think there's some truth to it in the sense of like biblical. I think there is mention of like something related to that.
Mm.
And obviously there's different demons with like demons names and stuff. Like there's Satan and there's Krampus and then there's like Mogul or whatever the hell. I don't know. And so I think there's some truth to that, like that demon.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's true of like he comes in and steal kids. But when I heard about this, I was actually kind of nervous because I was like, you know, maybe I'm not a good kid, or like
yeah.
I wasn't not just that, but it was like I was just like, you know, this is you know, I'm a kid. He targets kids that are bad, meaning I'm potentially a target.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that got me nervous. So, you know, it was like a year or two where I was kind of like not really good Christmas Eve night. But anyway, I'd wake up next morning and be lit. So I remember like I have some Christmas stories told to me before I went to bed as a kid. Those were fun memories, really cool, because I really liked those as a kid. Like, you know, I'd have my mom read to me, and then I would go to bed to like a Christmas story, like a book. There was always a series of books that I would get told to me, and it was like these like ferrets or something, these animals. I don't know. It was like a very popular kids book at the time. I don't remember.
Okay. There was some weird ass. I had like some of those too, like those like Christmas books, but I can't remember which ones I had. But I think I remember one. Like, but if I see it, I'll remember it, but I won't like.
I don't know the name of it.
Yeah.
I might still have it.
I remember that too. Also, sorry, I just thought of this as well. Like for traditions and stuff, did you guys do like milk and cookies and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
You ever do like carrots for the reindeers?
Yeah, I think so.
I think my family always did that. We'd always put it out. And then my mom would always like, my family would go pretty hard for Christmas. Like in the morning when we'd wake up, she'd make like, she'd take like, I don't know what she would do, but she'd do like powdered sugar or something and make it look like Santa, like his footsteps or something. Like she'd do like some footsteps to the tree or whatever, or like something like that, or like out of the chimney or something.
Cool. Dr. Seuss, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Classic one.
Yeah. I'm trying to find like there was something about like
Peanuts. Charlie Brown.
Christmas books.
Charlie Brown was a good one.
Wasn't it like Mortimer Mouse or some shit? Or am I just making this up? But
Why does that sound super familiar?
I know, like I think there's something. Mortimer Mouse. Hold up.
That was a cartoon.
Let's see this. Mortimer Mouse Christmas. Okay, yeah, here it is. Oh my god, I had this one. This freaking Mortimer Mouse book. Yeah, it's like some Christmas mouse. And he was like chilling in the tree and shit. Yeah, I can flip it. Actually, yeah, I don't know if you remember this. I don't want to unplug the. You remember that? Yeah. Yeah, shout out Mortimer Mouse. That's a classic. Classic childhood book. Yeah, there's a couple of those like weird Christmas books that we'd always read and stuff. So
The animals.
yeah, with animals and stuff like that. So I mean that's another tradition, I guess. But like when you're younger, right? So
The night before Christmas, while the creatures were stirring, something about a mouse, not even a mouse, something like that. That's a classic one.
yeah, there's so many like books and stuff. But yeah, those were I remember those. Those were fun times.
Yeah. Any more Christmas songs? Top 3 Christmas songs? I got some Jingle Bell Rock. It's number 1 for me, and then number 2. I got a Christmas playlist. Like,
I'm big. I like the Beach Boys Christmas one. Little Saint Nick. It's a classic.
Good one.
Mariah Carey is always up there. And I don't know. I mean, all of them are like pretty good. The Band-Aid ones are pretty good.
I'm gonna say Jingle Bell Rock. Run Rudolph Run by Chuck Berry. The Santa Claus is Coming to Town is a good one by the Jackson 5.
I had to look at my.
But I'm gonna say Fairy Tale of New York is number 3. Top.
Okay.
Those are my top 3 right now.
Okay, I'd say number 1. I got the Beach Boys, Little Saint Nick, and then number 2, All I Want for Christmas Is You, Mariah Carey, and then number 3, we'll go Frank Sinatra. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. So,
Good one.
you know, those are got to be the top 3 Christmas songs. So yeah, I guess that pretty much concludes it.
Is that it? Is that our Christmas special?
I think so.
Merry Christmas, guys. You guys are seeing this Christmas Eve.
Yep.
So we hope you have a Merry Christmas. Enjoy. Spend time with the family.
Yep.
Maybe you guys enjoyed us talking about some traditions. Maybe you let us know if you've had any of the same with us. Maybe you've done the Christmas pickle. Maybe you spent some time on NORAD, making sure Santa doesn't get strike down by an airstrike.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments. Have a Merry Christmas. Do you have anything to say?
No, that's pretty much it. Just Merry Christmas, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Peace.